Well,
agenda.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm John Nathan.
Yes.
And I'm the chairman pro tem, not the chairman, pro tem.
All right, I wrote that down. What does that mean?
Pro
That
tem.
means that I
Temporary.
haven't been officially nominated and sworn in, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'd rather do that until June. I think that's when we have our annual meeting. Doesn't make any difference, Claudia. We'll work the same way, but I like to be technical.
Okay, yeah, because you gotta get sworn in by, he got voted in by the selectmen, now he's gotta go to Laurie and get sworn in. And we gotta vote to see if we even want him.
And you gotta take that lovely test online.
What's that?
You get to take that lovely test online.
I've taken it a number of times.
Oh.
Talking about the Ethics Commission.
Mhm.
I'm not in any business, so I'd be looking to do anything. Well, I think it's appropriate then if you've got me in here, Claudia, to say a prayer. I'll say it. We just ask for your wisdom to fall on this. Keep us on a straight and narrow path, Lord, to do the right thing by our seniors and public things.
Hey, Bonnie's here.
And we ask for God. Stand on Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Yes, it's down to Oh, yeah.
Next item on the agenda is review and approve the minutes.
Okay. Can you hear me through this?
Sure.
Okay, so, these minutes are from December 8th, 2021. The meeting was called to order at 6:30 PM. Present were Vice Chairperson Flo Purvier, Treasurer Ken Horvath, COA Director Claudia Provenzel, Board members Bonnie Cunningham, Nancy Afonso, and Pat Lamoureux. Guest Sue Brady. Not present, Chairperson Skip Scott, Secretary Mel Shaughnessy, Board Member Bill Lipka, and alternate Jeanette Sullivan. The meeting was called to order by Vice President Flo Purvier at 6:45 PM. Prayer was given by Nancy Afonso. Secretary's report prepared by Mel Shaughnessy and presented by Nancy Afonso. The report was from 11/10/21 meeting. Motion to accept, Pat, second Ken, motion passed unanimously with one correction. Treasurer's report was presented by Ken Horvath. Gift account balance, $22,803.97. Supply account, $978.72. Service account, $1,649.60. And the formula grant, negative $2,874.50. Ken mentioned that supplies are higher priced now, so we should expect to spend more on most items. Motion to accept, Nancy, second Pat, and the motion passed unanimously. New business. Our guest, Sue Brady, presented a case for continuing to have Monty Tech print our newsletters. We had the December letters printed by them, and they did a wonderful job. The cost is $1 per letter, and we would need 200 a month. A separate insert would be inserted by our volunteers when needed, and there we could include advertisers on that insert. A motion was made by Pat to pay Monty Tech to print our newsletters for the next year. Nancy seconded the motion, and it passed unanimously. Mel would like to remain on the board and continue being secretary, but she will not be available to volunteer on Thursdays for a while. She will continue to work with Mock, and we decided to keep a booklet with any information that comes in concerning Mock to help her with this endeavor. Sue talked to us about creating a new and different Facebook page to help advertise our activities and reach more people, but we decided to table this idea until more information is available. We talked about other ways to help advertise our activities, and Nancy suggested making more use of the town's electronic sign. The town office has a form you can fill out online. The manger looks great, thanks to Pat, Jim, and Skip. We need to take it down on January 2nd, and help will be needed. There is a problem with the electricity, and it keeps going off. Nancy agreed to ask an electrician to work on the problem. Director's report. The Christmas fair was a success. We deposited $1,750 after expenses. A suggestion was made to create a template for further events, such as the Christmas fair and yard sale. Sue agreed to help with that. Claudia asked if we wanted to continue to have yard sales, and it was agreed to continue having a fall yard sale. One suggestion was to ask people donating items to clearly label the box or plastic container with the donated items. Another suggestion was to make and advertise a list of unacceptable items for donation. She encouraged everyone to come to the sing-along on December 21st, where small sandwiches and snacks will also be available. Our next meeting will be scheduled on January 12th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. Motion to adjourn by Pat, second by Ken. The motion passed unanimously, and the meeting was adjourned at 8:20 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Nancy Afonso. Thank you for taking the notes on it.
Nice. As long as I didn't make mistakes.
You've heard the reading of the minutes from the last meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Unanimous? Review and approve the treasurer's report.
Okay. This is updated through today. I was here today. So our supplies account, we have $596.95. In our services account, we have $1,639.60. In the gift account, we have $24,613.97. And last and but not least, in the formula grant account, we are minus $3,319.11.
You've heard the treasurer's report. Any questions for the treasurer on these items? We're in deficit on that lost account.
Well, we have the ability, since that's, we don't get the formula grant till
June.
now it was June last year. We have an idea, we're going on the basis that if we get the same amount, the town lets us be overdrawn.
Okay.
And then when we get the formula grant, if there is any excess money, then we have the ability to do with what we want with it between when we get it and June 30th. So that we have to do, but they allow us to do this. So.
Thank you. Any other questions of the treasurer on any of these items? Entertain a motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
Any second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Unanimous. I think it might be appropriate right now, the gift account, I'm happy to say, is right up there where it's been. That came out of a meeting we had with the director in Barry. And we were coming out and they had a giving tree. And we thought that was a great idea. And Claudia got a neighbor who happened to be a young lady while she was in high school, spent more time at our house than she did at her own. And she was my daughter Patty's best friend. And Joni and Vic painted that. And I think they did a great job, and I'm happy to see it still producing money. And it's a good vehicle for people to get involved. Once you commit your money, you commit a lot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You support things that you're helping financially. And I want to thank everybody that's given for that over the years, and especially in the last year. I don't know what you think. Our chair, Skip Scott, on the new business, I guess, has resigned as chairperson. And we have 3, I think 4 now openings on the board. Did I count on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Bill is 6. There's 7, we have 2 now.
2?
Yeah, 2 openings on the board.
We ought to concentrate on filling that with a little younger person, if we can find them in that age group, even, I don't think they have to be a senior to be a member of the
They
board.
don't have to be a senior.
But we ought to be looking to that. You're talking to a guy that's gonna be 89 years old in a couple of months. And I put pro tem in there because I'm working on pro tem.
Well, we all are, it's a big
Yeah,
one.
but, yeah.
Yeah.
Was Sue interested?
Sue doesn't want to come at night.
Right, she
She does not want to come at night. So. We'll find somebody. Somebody will come along and join us.
Well, we have it at night because we have some members who are working, is that it? during the
Yeah,
day?
like Flo during the Memorial Day season through the summer and
Yeah,
whatever, she's working,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
for the holidays and fixing, and, you know, so she can't
And
make
I,
it.
and I work part-time tax season, you know,
Yeah.
so starting in about a week or two through April 15th.
Yeah,
I'm
So
really
he's
busy
working.
between my own stuff and the part-time, so that would preclude me from.
okay.
Yeah, and Mel, she's got obligations too, so she can't. So it's not only one person, there's two or three
So
different ones.
this is fine to me. I'm just wondering if
fine
it's
for me.
fine
I don't-
for other folks. There are folks that,
it okay with you,
especially
Bob?
seniors, don't like to be out at night.
You okay with the night meeting?
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Good.
Might give you a chance to get out of the house for a minute.
Did the members get a copy of Skip's letter?
No, but I gave it to Mel to read.
Okay. This is dated December 15th, 2021. Dear Claudia, I've enjoyed my position of chairman of the board, but find that I'm ready to retire. With regrets, I find that it's time, due to my health and many responsibilities I already have. Please accept my resignation effective immediately. Thank you for all that you do. I hope to continue to help in the other ways.
Good. Well, we're in this particular portion, we ought to do something for Skip, because I know Skip has been ill for some time, and he's been faithful. And I don't know what we can do, if it would be appropriate to give him a gift certificate or something like that. Just to let him, or even some kind of plaque, which would be appropriate, saying thank you for your service, and maybe have a picture, if we can get it, of the manger scene.
Oh, we have pictures,
Have you? Well,
We-
we somehow work that into the
pass those out.
award. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, they sent these, Mary, was that Mary? Someone from the church, they came in when I was here. I put them up here, we have plenty. You wanna
Yeah.
pass them around?
Oh, nice, yeah. Can we take one if we
Yeah,
want?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I think that picture would be nice on the award thing.
Yes.
Every time we go by there, we'll think of you, Skip. You did a wonderful job with the original.
Did you get one? Did you want one?
Oh, I think I might have all of them.
They came in a couple
I
weeks
like,
ago.
I like how you placed the figurines.
Yeah.
Rather than all
take one. I
pushed
don't know.
in.
Right.
That was Pat's
We had no
Yeah.
one.
That's what
I
I
am.
figured.
grandson, or I think
I
it-
made
Yeah,
the
the
original
the,
manger scene by
son-in-laws,
putting the pegs
There
in the
it is.
manger, wooden pegs, that's how it was put together. Just pull them out when you were done, and put them back in next season. A very clever guy. And he
Yeah.
did this on his own hook. And I just think when somebody is
And
as
he
loyal
built
as
that.
he is, he needs to
built
be
that for us.
recognized.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know.
he built
Yes,
this, yeah.
He
absolutely.
wrote that for us too. Pat and Jim built the new manger this year.
Right.
What's that?
Pat and her husband built the new manger this year.
When you retire, maybe we can do
That's
that.
right. Hopefully many, many.
Well, that's two. So this picture is the new manger.
That's the new
Yes.
manger.
We need the old picture.
I'd like to get the old picture. We
Yeah,
could.
where is
We
it?
have that somewhere.
Yeah, someone
Where is
raised up
that?
our spot and moved everything. Who would have cleaned it?
I have no idea.
Bev used to keep a photo album, right?
Yeah.
She might, there might be a picture of the stable in that album that because she would go to all the events and take pictures.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we used to have a whole bunch of cards, postcards just like this.
Right.
Of the old one. Yes, we did.
Yeah, these are nice to do, and it might be,
This is really nice.
we're still collecting donations for the,
No,
People
Yeah.
still bring
Donations
bottles
for the
and
what?
cans to my house.
the
And-
cans,
Do
well,
they
Richard,
want it?
And
Richard's
Just
here.
leave it
Ed
drop
and
off.
Rich are cashing them in, and I assume kicking the money into the kitty.
We do have money still coming in, but we aren't officially collecting anymore. In other words, Claudia and I hung up our hats on that one.
Yeah, you couldn't send it up.
That's a big job,
It
a
was.
dirty job, kind of. It's messy to put in your car.
This
and-
picture wouldn't be bad, but I'd
not,
rather
is it?
see the regular picture.
We have a regular
No, we have a regular
somewhere.
picture of it.
Bev had that photo album she used to do, really, of all the
I don't
events.
know. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
She had the
Yeah, I know
red
she did
camera
have
and
the,
stuff.
she did have it,
Of all
but I
the
don't know.
activities.
No, we had
Maybe
postcards
Thursday,
like
tomorrow,
this,
I'll
yeah,
ask
pictures
her.
like
Are you
this.
coming in
Yes.
tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good.
I might
I'm
have one
back.
of those
I was
old
just,
ones at home.
I was like,
Okay,
I checked
great.
the cover
Yeah,
last week.
I'm gonna check, and I'll bring them in.
My
If not,
son-in-law
Mary
has
money.
to travel
Yeah.
a lot. for
I think
Thanks for
that's-
your work on the new
and-
one.
yes.
The kids
Great
couldn't go to
see.
daycare.
Right,
because
right.
they
I'm
were
glad
sick.
that we are continuing.
I
Then I had it for like.
I
a
just
week.
want to bring
I was
everybody up to date.
off.
Why is John being chosen for this job? I don't know why. I was originally chairman for a number of years,
Mhm.
and while I was there, we went visiting a number of senior centers, and the successful ones had a friend. So I said, why the hell don't we have a friend? And so we got that started. And I was the first chairman and stayed in that position for some time. And I started feeling like I was slipping a little bit. You know, you start
Yes.
feeling your age at 85 or so.
Sure.
And formerly, I was a union president for Unit 5 of the state employees, which is the law enforcement section. Gave me a lot of exposure to the legislature. And then I made my name, because as president, I used to go to a number of political events. And I wouldn't take a salary, but I said, I'm not paying for tickets to go to political events, so they used to pay for me to go there. And Tommy O'Neill, Tip O'Neill's son, was the lieutenant governor at the time, and he said, well, John, I was at the registry at that time, he says, you're a regular cash cow there, can you come up with some money? Think of ways to raise some funds, because we were short at that time. That was this office's first thing. And I told him that I see a lot of out-of-state cars in driveways as I go around the state. So he says, oh, what do you think? I says, I think Massachusetts operators are cheating. And they're not only cheating the state, they're cheating the towns they live in. So he said, what do you think? He says, what do you think you could come up with? I says, $2 or $3 million a year maybe. So it turned out that for many years as the head of that particular division, and then as the head of law enforcement at the registry, it was coming in at $50 million a year. So now I hear everybody wants to listen to what John has to say. But I came up with a lot of innovation and had a lot of experience. I was kind of a shy guy that never spoke much. I had a granddaughter going to college right now, and I told her, just look at one person in the audience and speak to them. And one or two, so you can move on. And, I'm happy to say in her first semester, she's cum laude at
Wow,
URL, which is a good thing.
nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, very nice.
For a kid that's never been away from home, it's a great thing. So that's my history. I've got a lot of other history, but you don't want to be bored by that. But that idea, and any idea we have, really makes whatever you're doing a success if you pick something that helps people.
Right.
And I've been thinking about that. I'm worried about this COVID-19 thing. I'm afraid that there are seniors at home. We talk about the kids having mental issues. I think seniors are having issues. People are going in the hospital,
Yep.
and their spouse is in there. I got a call today, my brother, and have no visitors now. He's had a heart attack, he's been in the hospital.
The isolation is
You know?
Yeah.
really tough.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got a
glad my
daughter that came
family
up
is
from-
moving.
from Maryland, and she came up all the way up here now, and she can't even visit them. It's frustrating. It's got to be affecting the seniors.
Oh, yeah.
I know I've slipped in a lot of areas. I don't know about you folks. The Borden hits to your efficiency.
Mhm, it
And
does.
if you're not a strong person, it can affect you mentally.
Mm.
That's not a good thing for seniors. I know you're an outreach person.
Yeah, last year what we
We've got to
did,
find a way to find out where the problems are and how we can help these people.
well, what we did last year, didn't we split the list? We
Yes,
split the
Bonnie, you and
list. Yeah, we split the list and we called seniors that some of them we didn't even really know, but we called. And it was really a very, I think, great thing to do. Some people, I talked to one gentleman for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
They're
You know,
looking for
I
people
didn't
to
know him,
contact.
I wouldn't know him if he came in, you know, unless he introduced himself, I wouldn't know what he looked like or anything. We talked for 45 minutes, we had a great talk, and, you know, Mark came out to the kitchen twice and said, we're still talking to the same person. Yes.
Most of the people I think we call, from what I gained from these guys too, most of them had family that were taking care of them as far as food and needs and getting their medicines, and, you know, because we had, Darlene had set up some people who would go get these things for people if they needed it, you know, food and medicines, whatever. And that didn't seem to be a need for most people. It was more,
People
they
want to
just
be in
chat
the
on
loop of what's
Talking.
going on. and
They want to know what's happening.
What's
So
happening
they get
in
the
the town,
newsletter,
yeah.
that's a big help, because it looks so much better
Oh, yeah.
than it has in the past.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
great.
it does, it
Very-
does.
You
You
can
know,
only watch so much television,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, particularly daytime television.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, really, I mean, there's only so many talk shows, and
Yeah.
so, we
So
watch a
many
couple of
reruns.
evening shows, you know.
Right.
But there's only so many things you can do
Yeah.
when it doesn't satisfy anymore, you know what I mean? It's just as boring watching those shows
Right.
as it is listening to the radio.
Yeah.
What I found is, I think people enjoyed having someone to listen to them.
Yes.
And maybe even
Right.
reminisced and told old stories and things, you know. And I actually love to listen to that stuff,
Yes.
so it was and it was good for me too, because I was just babysitting and going nowhere else.
Well, I'd suggest we put an ad together using people from the senior center here. Maybe have this young man come in. I don't know how active the cable committee is, but I know Tom is still on it. I'm resigned from that. I was trying to get out of it everything I could.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But it doesn't work.
I think it's a little outdated, the cable station. I have a gentleman down the street from me, Vinny, and he said, who is in charge of that? And I said, I don't know, but anyways.
What was that?
But the cable station hasn't been updated,
Uh-huh.
and so I don't know. I was just talking with Katie Young about it a little bit, and there's so many venues, you know, there's Facebook, and there's, for some people, not
Yeah.
everyone. He's not on a computer, this gentleman that lives down the street from me, so he does depend on the cable station.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's been upgraded, you know, he said there was a
I
lot
don't know, I
of,
haven't been to a meeting in some time.
Right.
I resigned from it.
so it
Well,
is one
Again,
thing.
myself and a former town secretary, we used to go to all these conventions and things, and that's how we got started again. And, I understand that they had a very active cable committee years ago here. in town.
Nice, nice.
And,
Yeah, I mean, there's so many venues out there, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. you know,
let's
really.
use what we've got. You can put a
Right.
free public announcement on there.
Yes.
Try to do something a little flashier. That
So
people
what are
get
you thinking of putting an announcement about?
about the senior center, what we're doing here,
Okay.
you know, about the giving tree and how
Yeah.
successful that's been.
Well, you could talk about the singing group, you could talk about you could talk about the book club, which is
Yeah, yeah.
going real good.
The
and-
coffee hours, you know.
Coffee,
Yeah.
the bowling is starting to pick up again
Yeah.
a little bit.
Uh-huh.
The drive-through meals, now that was a great thing. They never stopped that through COVID at all. They were outside handing out food that were donated to
Wonderful.
us, packaging food.
Yeah.
Newsletters were getting out and talking to people when they drove through. I mean, that was a good outreach thing too.
Mm,
You
it
know,
was
so
wonderful.
I really think through the whole COVID that these girls did a fabulous, and gentlemen, did a fabulous job.
You're out
As
there
far
in
as
the cold
keeping
too, you
people-
know, and it's really
Yeah.
cold out
But
there.
all of us had our little jobs, and everybody did them. You know, I wasn't here, so everybody else, all the volunteers, what a great job they did.
And there were times when Ed and Rich were the only people basically that I saw, except for the girl who helps me with the cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah, and they
You know,
would
and
do
it was
something
nice
for
to
you if
have-
you needed something.
Right,
When they
yeah.
came to your door with the food, if you needed the newspaper brought in, or if you
Yeah,
needed
they did
Yeah.
something,
that,
they
or
was-
brought
they
in
were
my
there to
mail,
help,
if it was
and
iced
they were
or
amazing, amazing. Yeah.
While I'm on this subject, we're right under discussing programs for 2022. I'd like to see a small committee put together by, I mean, right where you are, right there.
Mhm.
I think you've got enough to do. But you three ladies would be a great asset to come in here, or wherever it's convenient, and talk about how we can improve what we're doing.
Mhm.
By the way, this place looks great. Might be the nicest small senior center in Massachusetts.
So let me give you the heads up on the deck.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get a call from Donna Farmer tomorrow. She's meeting with Donnie Bertham today for lunch. And, he's supposed to be designing a deck.
Who is?
Donnie Bertham,
Okay.
supposed to be designing a deck for us.
Nice.
Mm.
So from there, once we get the design, we can talk about it, maybe get Monty Tech involved. He said that he would be willing to oversee the project with Monty Tech.
Yeah.
I don't know, but at least we got some kind of interest, somebody's out there trying to help
Yeah.
us.
Get some ideas on
And he
what
also
it would
put
look
in,
like. Yeah.
right, and he put in there's a bill coming up, and I can't remember what it is, she'll tell me more about it tomorrow, to get some money for us to
Mm.
help with the deck.
Nice.
So, we're working on that too. I should find out more tomorrow morning, she should be calling me on more information on that and how the meeting went
That should be another
yesterday.
committee and 3 more people.
Well,
Yeah.
right now, we can't do anything, John, we gotta
Right.
wait.
No, but I'm
We gotta
talking
wait
about
for
once it
John.
gets rolling.
I mean,
It'll be
don't,
a talking
I-
point, it'll excite interest in the senior center.
but you don't wanna say too much yet because you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it's
but
it's
you're right,
out
we
there.
can have a deck committee when Donnie says, okay, we can do this, and you meet with Monty Tech, and they say, yes, we can do it. Now we can get a committee
Mm.
here that gets involved with those people as the liaison between
Yeah,
the COA
whatever we need to.
and the
do.
deck, you know.
Donnie's the one who laid this floor, right? So do you
No.
happen to mention the problem with the floor?
But I picked up the damn floor, so I have to take the blame for that. And what happened is, somebody caught on this, that's why it's pulled up.
Right, so now it needs to be fixed.
Now it needs to be fixed. I have not mentioned it to him yet because I don't like to look the gift horse in the mouth.
Well,
I'm
someone
trying
needs
to
to
see if
fix
we can
it.
find maybe a carpenter to come in.
We
Take
taped
care of
it
it.
down really well, and then I took red magic marker, which I think has worn off.
Yeah.
But I drew lines on it because you couldn't see, it was gray duct tape. The
What was
floor
it,
was
one
gray.
of the,
Right where you're sitting.
It's
the-
right where the seam
the
is.
seam.
Right where the
It came
seam
right
is,
up.
kind of
It's
probably
lifted
where that chair is.
A
right
few
there.
times.
put some more.
Can't you
adhesive.
just get it repaired?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, Ken. I'll
Yeah.
just call
Yeah.
it
Who did the floor?
Donnie Berkeley.
Donnie Berkeley.
Get it for the right price.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder if somebody like Horrigan's flooring could
It
come
needs,
in.
not only the cleaning, I mean, this was
No,
not.
but I mean the repair
today,
work.
Yeah.
But they put so much sand and salt. This is what's happening.
Mhm.
And
We
the
had
floor is
to.
getting
I was
wrecked.
ready to close it Monday morning. The ice was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I had people here and coming in, and I was like, I had to put the sand down there. I had to call them to get more sand.
And the ramp, you
The
said,
ramp was
too.
pure ice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And they
it
hadn't
was
done
that way
anything for the
Wednesday,
ramp.
too. And that's
Right.
another thing, we gotta get the ramp fixed, because that's, somebody's gonna get
Oh,
hurt.
last week, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was,
No, this Monday.
but that was the day, Susan only made it to Garden, not even to Gardner, like 68. It was so bad,
Lot of
When's she
accidents.
retiring?
Yeah.
She'd be another good one.
7 years.
Oh, no. What is she doing? She's got some time free now. Girls are all out. Wayne's out. What's she trying to be mom? She'd be good on this
I
board.
got 2 coming back
Oh.
by the end of the month. So
They come
don't
back.
go
Sorry.
there. Don't go there.
All right. No, there was something else I questioned.
But she didn't even make it to Gardner.
Yeah,
She had to
it's
turn around and
bad.
come home.
Yeah.
She said it was so, 68, she said, it was like you needed ice skates.
Mm.
Wow.
Every time you touched your brakes, you just were going like this.
Oh, God, she, that is
At
so,
25 miles an hour.
that's scary.
So it
And
was
then when you
everywhere.
see another car, then your heart really starts to beat.
So would you please,
Oh, thank you.
this is the new membership list for 2022. Would you
Okay.
look at it, look
Yeah.
at your email number?
Yes,
Can you pass one to, I think it's
Yes,
two
right
there.
here.
Is it two
Yeah.
there, Pat?
there is. Yes.
One more.
Yeah, one more.
So you need a couple more
You need a couple more? Couple more members.
members.
But I want you to look and make sure that your name is spelt right, your address is right, the cell phone numbers is right,
Mm-hmm.
because this is your, and you need to keep this with you so that you,
Yeah,
you know, when I'm gone, especially if you have to call someone to fill in or whatever, it's on the back to you,
okay.
okay? So if you could just make sure everything is right.
Do you want us to cross out Jeanette?
Yep, Jeanette is no longer.
Okay, so cross her out.
With mine, Brenda started, don't capitalize the B, I don't know whether that makes any
It
difference.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, I mean, it's email me.
When you were talking about the sand, years ago, I remember this was before I had the ramp and everything. Your husband and Dennis O'Donnell, and there were a couple of other people, I think Lions Club members, who would bring sand to seniors to sand their walkways and keep them safe. And I think that might be another
That was the t-
outreach thing.
Didn't the town do that?
No.
Oh, they
Didn't the
opened up a
highway
gate,
drop off
yeah.
the pail of sand?
Did Dennis call us and ask us
Yes,
if we wanted
yes,
that? Yeah, I
yes.
haven't heard of
Okay,
it.
not
I wasn't
have a
here
list.
last
Not this past year, not this past time
Right.
that I was here.
No.
He
they-
has,
No, this was several years ago.
I'll
It
take
was
sand
really
if
a
they want to
nice
give it to
thing,
me,
you
I'll
know?
tell you that.
Yeah.
The
Dennis
sand
O'Donnell.
is heavy, I mean,
Yeah.
half a pail is
Right.
all I can handle.
So should we
Yeah.
call and ask Dennis if that would be something that we could refer seniors to
How
them?
about asking the Lions Club president if he can ask his, at a meeting, if he could get a committee
I would
together.
start with the,
I think it's the
The highway department has
the
the
highway.
Used to go up to
And
the
they
highway.
could,
That's
they
what
could,
I thought.
they could,
Right.
They used to,
I
didn't
think
they
we'll check
give
with
us
the
the
highway.
pails?
I'm gonna have to bring in a gavel, I think, to
Right.
keep this organized.
Skip had a
Yeah,
gavel
he
somewhere.
did. Wow.
I can call Dennis tomorrow.
I can tell you that you should subscribe, if you have a computer, go online and subscribe to the newsletter of the National Council on Aging. Have a lot of great stuff, a lot of stories. And they keep repeating that falls are probably the number one problem for
I
seniors.
can attest
Yeah.
to that.
Now, several
Yeah.
weeks ago, I slipped and fell, and I'm normally wearing a back brace, and I'm
Oh.
taking pills for pain.
Pain.
I don't bounce anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I just stay there and lay there. I
Never
had to, in a recent storm, I slipped and fell, and I had to slide on my butt
Ooh.
to the porch and get up there and get in the house,
Wow.
hold on to
Jeez, that's not good.
Yeah.
the doorknob and pull myself up. And it's no fun, you know? And it's kind of,
Challenging.
uh,
Challenging.
it's kind of eye-opener after a while. You know, I don't know how many times I've gone out here, slipped and fell a number of times, cleaning off the cars for women, the older women's cars, and now somebody should be doing it to me.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
and it's just the way things are.
so the highway department has younger men. When I called them Monday morning, they were really down here within 15 minutes to do
Yeah.
this ramp.
Yeah.
They had already been here, but they just left a shovel full of sand on the road near the walkway, and the walkway and the steps were all ice. So
Yeah.
Richard and I went out there. Richard was nervous about Richard Anderson.
Yeah.
And he's pounding with the shovel, and I'm pounding with the shovel. We're taking turns, and we're doing, you know, and it wasn't, the ice was so bad, you know, the sand is the only thing that worked. I said, you can put salt down, sand, I don't care, but it's gotta be something that works. But they did come right away, so I'm
That's a
thinking,
good thing.
They will, we need to just I'll make a
Yeah.
call to Dennis tomorrow.
You're gonna call him? Okay, then. I'll
Okay.
take my
Do you
note.
wanna call?
Well, I
said
said-
to him, if you wanna call, no.
Which Dennis are you talking about?
Dennis
Dennis
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Dennis
At the
O'Donnell.
He
highway.
works at the highway.
That's right, that's right.
So and call and find out what we can do. All right, you do that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
see if they still have the
Then
buckets
they-
for seniors, and then we
Then they
need a little
fill-
more attention
fill
early in the
Sam.
morning
Yeah,
here.
make a list, yeah.
Bring it and even put it out for seniors if they need it.
Maybe we could, through this fund, buy a bunch of plastic pails and tell seniors, put your name on it or
Yeah.
something.
You
Maybe we
don't
get
think-
the artists
The,
to
oh, yeah.
put the, just tie everything together.
Yeah, the
And,
Priscilla's candy shop, I've gotten pails there for, if they have this chocolate syrup or whatever. And they usually put them out with their trash. And I asked them if they had any, it was in between.
Wow.
And they gave me 2 or 3, I think, so
Nice.
they do, periodically do have.
something that we can do, I think, to be the person in the middle of getting this done for seniors.
Well,
If it
see,
saves
that
one
is what
person
it
from
is.
falling,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think.
Right, I have a question when we're talking about Ed and Richard and mock meals. I think it would be nice to have a fill-in. So that when one of them is out sick, there's someone that can, could be called on to fill in for the other one. I really don't like seeing one of them go out alone. And I know Asta did go with Richard those times when Ed couldn't come.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ed has anyone to go with him, does he?
No.
No, he doesn't mind, he goes by himself.
I know.
He says, I got it.
It's not minding is one thing, but having someone get, so like that one time when you weren't here and Richard went off the road, Bonnie's,
Mm.
it worked out because I was here and I could go help him. But I just think it's always safer to have two for a number of reasons.
So do we have someone that would volunteer and be the step in? If somebody's out sick, can we call somebody? Is there somebody willing to go with him?
We're talking Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, that would be only, and usually they know ahead of time. They
Right.
usually know ahead of time, and it would be Tuesday and Thursday mornings, Pat, like, what is it, a couple hours he's gone? or an hour, whatever.
Yeah.
So in other words, if Ed was going by himself, somebody could go with him. Just
How many
ride it.
meals
Right.
do they deliver?
10.
10.
Right
So
now it's 10.
do they go inside?
No.
They don't.
Well, I don't know, I don't
They
think,
should,
they're
at
not
least,
supposed
that
to
would
go
be
inside.
one.
No,
point
they
I
of
guess they do
contact,
what they
you
have
know?
to
They do, if somebody needs a
do if they
little
have to,
something,
yeah.
they'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
used
do-
to
they
into
go above and
Frank's
beyond.
house.
Yeah.
They
Frank,
do.
Frank is in a wheelchair, and they used to go into Frank's and put it in his refrigerator for him.
Yeah, I used to do that for a
Yeah.
while, when they took the Mart van, when they said we couldn't use the Mart van anymore to deliver the meals, I did for a while. And he used to let me in. Trouble is, he had a big dog with a big bark, but he was okay in the end, but you didn't know the first couple times.
I mean, I think either Albert or I would be able, Albert usually drives a van those 2 mornings though. So I'm gonna say I would be happy to, and I'm usually free those mornings. So, my thing would be letting them both know that this is the person that's going to substitute, and we'd like you to have 2 people.
Ride shotgun.
Unless you think
Ride
I'm crazy
shotgun,
and not,
right?
that I should worry about that kind of thing.
Mm.
Well,
I think
whatever
we
you
should.
think makes
talk
you
about it.
comfortable, but if they are an assistant in there, and they get mad, and they say, I can do this by myself. It depends on how belligerent, because I know Richard can get, like, I can do this by myself. So then Asta goes with him. He's comfortable with Asta
Yeah,
going.
that worked fine.
So he takes care of that with Asta. Asta takes care of Richard. So right now, that's
It
okay.
would just be if Ed needed somebody.
Leave it like that. Ed is young enough, he's pretty good, but he doesn't mind if you jump on with him. If you say, Ed, I'm gonna drive it, I'm gonna go with you. A lot of times Ed will say, I got it, I got this,
Mm.
you know?
It's always good to have 2 people.
So we can use like Nancy for you to, a backup, and we can, and if one isn't coming and we know it, then we can call you. We can tell you, oh, Nancy's gonna go with you.
Right, 'cause I'm not here on Tuesday or Thursday usually.
Right, right,
So I don't know what the schedule will be.
right.
They usually leave
Are we
9 and they're
discussing-
back by 10:30.
Are we discussing that
Yes,
today?
yep.
Well, we are right now, I guess.
No, I mean, who covers what while you're gone, or
I
not?
haven't got my list made up yet. But if
Okay,
anybody wants anything special, let me know, because I'll put it up then I will pass it out to everybody. I'll find out tomorrow if we're going or not. We have an appointment with the VA doctor. We're gonna see what he has to say.
Right.
If we decide
If
to
you,
go,
if you go, when are you going?
the 23rd, so 1 week.
What?
A week from Monday, a week from Sunday.
Okay.
1 week going? I thought you were going.
No, I'm going for 2 months.
That's what I was gonna say,
It
yeah.
would be good, I think, if we go,
Mhm.
as long as Raj can go.
Mhm.
He needs the sun. He
Mm.
needs the sun. So,
Are there any activities or special things planned in your absence?
I have nothing planned in my absence. I know the Golden Ages want to do a Valentine's party. You've got the book club that's going, you've got the cards that are gonna continue on, you've got the singing group that's gonna continue on. The cards will
So
continue
business as
on.
usual, basically, but
Yeah.
no big do or anything?
Nothing
No,
big.
no
When we get-
trips or anything?
No trips, no nothing planned on my end.
So Claudia, what I would
When we
like,
get back, we're gonna do we'll try to do the volunteer dinner or breakfast or something that we usually do.
Mhm.
If we have enough money in our formula to pay for that, it's $16 per person we can pay up to. So I like to do that, and then that's when we could maybe do something special for Skip. We could invite him
Mhm.
and
Make
maybe
a
do something special.
presentation of it, yeah, when,
Yeah.
that would
That'd be
be-
So-
maybe at
Yeah.
a dinner of some kind.
So maybe
Yeah.
Bonnie, you can think about making up something. What do you think? Do you have time to do that?
I think it would be nice if maybe we could talk with his wife and get an overview of all the volunteering that he's done over the years to help. I know he worked on a bandstand as a lion, I know he did a lot of other things.
It wouldn't be the awards
Right,
thing. This would be
well, it would
there'd
be
a
a,
little history on it.
Yeah.
you see. Yeah. So you be in charge of that?
I'll write it up, yeah.
You take care of all that? Okay.
Talk with,
And then we can figure out how we
what's his
can.
wife's name? First name?
Diane.
Just ask me.
Diane.
That's
And then Vaughn, you can, remember how you
Did
put
the
it in a
plaque
nice,
and stuff?
a nice plaque thing, like in
Yeah.
a frame? But she did that before it came out
Yeah,
nice.
we can do that.
Right, Bonnie,
And that
like
would
2
be
months.
for when this is going to be?
2 months, we'll go probably in May or June, depending on this COVID thing,
Right.
and how we're doing with it. Maybe we'll have something here, maybe we'll invite, maybe we'll do some kind of a buffet breakfast, or,
Yeah.
you know, something. Maybe we can think about that, that would be fun, I think.
That'd be great, so you guys are gonna
So
work it
Bonnie's
out.
gonna take care of that, and we're gonna do that at the volunteer dinner, breakfast, or whatever we plan.
All right, so he will be our
We'll invite
senior
him.
volunteer, is that,
No, we're not calling it
You're
that,
not
we're just gonna
calling it that.
honor, we're just gonna honor him.
For his
Okay.
past
For his past
service as
service
to the
chairperson
community,
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
and
For us, to the
beyond.
senior center, yeah.
Mhm.
Because like when we have the barbecue, we pick someone in the whole town that's done something wonderful.
Right, so this
I don't know
would
who
be,
that is anymore, I don't know anybody who's done so outstanding, and they've done a wonderful job, I really don't see anybody.
yeah.
You know, I don't.
Bill Shea's been pretty good
Bill Shea's been very good with the Memorial Day thing.
at the
Mm.
Veterans Monument, and he
Yeah.
does a big Halloween thing for the kids in the
Oh, the
police
Lions
parking
Club?
lot.
He does this
Oh.
part.
He does that thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought the Lions Club did that.
I think Bill has done it, at least some years he's done it. I don't know if they take
Yeah.
turns or something,
Well,
but yeah.
good, yeah.
Okay, so.
And he does the movie night in the summer for the town. And have a movie on the rec field or something. I've never been, but I see the sign. I think that's his thing. It's pretty
We
nice.
have to find out more, a little more about that, see. But I don't know if we'd even have the barbecue anymore, we probably won't.
Well, I think we ought to now treat, before the next meeting, come up with some nominations for the 3 openings on the board. We need a full board,
two.
you know, so let's,
We need 2, John.
I'm reading.
And
it
a
off.
sub and an alternate.
Sorry, it's 2.
Mm.
That was before I wrote 2 into this.
Is it 2 and the alternate?
Yeah, we don't have an alternate.
Okay.
That would be 2, because we have 9, we're supposed to have 9 members. We did have 7. Years ago when I first started, it was 7. And then we boosted it up to 9. I don't know why, but we did. So now, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to go back to 7 members, we can go back to 7 members. because that seems like what we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
Mhm.
we always have between 6 and 7 members,
Right.
so it's up to you if you wanna just, we can make a motion to go back to 7.
We've got Flo and Bill?
Or we got Flo and Bill, right? 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 7, 8. We have 8 members, so we only have one spot.
We only need one.
Okay, one opening and one alternate.
One opening and one alternate.
That shouldn't be hard to do.
Um,
Well, I was hoping for Lorraine, but I think she's still on hold.
She's on there, yeah.
What about
One-
Chris, the librarian?
She's too much on her
She's
plate.
got a lot
going
of-
going to school.
I think the library's closed right now.
It is? I just saw her today.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
She's
it was-
got your book in there, is she?
Yeah, no, no, I have my book, I brought it home, but, yeah.
There's
as
a
far
bunch
as-
of books in there for some, whoever. Did you get your book
Okay.
this time?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard it's fabulous.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
remember
I
reading
read
that
half of
one.
it today.
Really?
I did. It's a
Where
big
are-
book.
Where are they? the
Right
books?
here, hon.
Oh,
I'll get it
okay,
for
I'll
you.
get mine.
Yeah, I'll make sure I get it.
I'd like to, before the meeting adjourns, I'd like to formally have a vote to be chairman pro tem until the annual meeting in June. I
Yeah.
don't like the idea of somebody appointing somebody. I think all the members should either do that or not do it, whatever. Maybe by June you won't want me as chairman anymore, and that's fine. So I would entertain a motion.
Okay. Motion for John, I will make the motion, and to be a pro temp for the board council on aging. Yep.
You've heard the motion, do we hear any seconds?
I'll second the motion.
As chairman, right?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Unanimous?
The ayes have it. I feel better about that.
Yeah, that's
We
good.
should really do
That's
that.
good,
Yeah.
John. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't-
Well,
Yeah, no, that's good. Cover all the bases.
I
It's
don't
good
know.
to.
Did you
It is.
second that?
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to go down the
Ken.
line and
Ken.
find
Oh,
out
Ken
that
did it, huh?
Oh, Kim.
somebody shared the meeting and something you want to do isn't legal because you didn't do it
Right.
ahead of time. So
Right.
now it's
Yeah.
And you have to go over to see Lori.
all
Get
right.
sworn in, yeah. All right.
Any other business to come before the meeting?
Oh, I just have a question to ask. Last meeting, we were talking about the crash. There was an electrical problem at the church.
Yes.
Did that get fixed?
It did.
I know it could
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Okay,
Fine,
yeah.
okay. Right,
It was nice
When
of
we
him
were
to go
talking
down.
about it, Don said we had that problem.
And we were gonna
Yeah.
pay him, but we didn't,
Right,
he
okay.
didn't ask for money.
Well,
Yeah,
just
right.
want to know if we got it fixed.
But with us on that, could, Mel, can you, or is Bev, did Bev send him a thank you note? I would like a thank you note sent to him
Yes,
because
we don't have an address for him yet.
Thank you
On
note
High
for
Street,
who?
yeah.
Nance.
It's
he's
the-
on High Street.
Yeah, it's on High
We need the
Street.
name and address.
Yep, it's
I gave you
Everett.
his name, Tom Everett.
Tom-
On the- yeah.
Tom Everett,
That's Marion's son, isn't it?
yes, it is. High Street, you probably maybe just have to look it up on the computer.
Yeah.
I don't know what number, I could try to figure
What
it
did he
out.
do?
Carol's,
He did the electrical work. He went up and checked the breaker that, well, actually it was a ground fault. Yeah, he went up and checked the ground fault and he found it wasn't that. And he said the photo cell on the timer needed to be faced up. It needed to be in the
Solar.
correct, position. And so Jim went back up and turned that around. That worked, thank God. That was
so he
wonderful.
just, he was willing to, you know.
Yeah, and he was great. Jim talked with
See, that's
Tom
the
and
perfect
he
And that was
thing,
for the
because it
state
wasn't what everybody
diagnosis.
thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have somebody who knows what they're doing.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it was a
you
matter
know?
of
So
moving
tomorrow.
something,
Right,
as opposed to
right.
making the big.
Yeah,
the
and I'm
duet.
so glad they both
Dennis.
talk with each other. It's getting
Right.
men to talk with one another, because I know Tom vaguely. I went to a lot of classes with Lucy, a lot of Bible classes. But anyways, Tom is lovely, and he touched base with Jim, so they were working it out. So it worked out great.
Good.
Super.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, anyways, is working with each other.
And I was just gonna ask you, Claudia, when you make up the list for when you're gone, so last year I had Jane working with me on Mondays, and I was able to get a lot more accomplished, like phone calling and stuff, you know. I was able to get more done. Right now, it's just me on Mondays,
Okay.
and, which is fine, I mean, it's not like I can't handle 10 people of coffee, you know what I
We have
mean?
Mondays 9 to 12 and then Flo comes in.
Flo comes in around 12:30. I usually stay till 1 and make sure they're all set. Flo's been out a lot,
Right.
whatever. And I come back later in the day sometimes to take care of things, and that's all fine. But if I'm not around, if I have to be in New Hampshire for my sister who's getting worse, she fell in the ice and clawed her way up the driveway in skirt. The other night I found out, she's 80 years old and
Oh,
she slipped on the ice, so it's like, you know, there's some days where I just can't be here, although usually I am. But I would like an alternate, or someone who would like to come in once in a while for a couple hours, maybe on Monday morning, and it just makes things go faster.
How do you feel? Do you
Yeah.
want to be an alternate?
yeah, I
know
could be an
Pat's gonna
alternate,
do
sure,
Tuesdays.
absolutely.
On
Just call me, yeah.
Pat is
Yeah.
doing Tuesdays.
Yep, I
in the
do
morning,
Tuesdays,
right?
but I
9
come
to-
in Monday, anytime you want, whatever.
And I can come and help another day too, if you need me, you
Yeah.
know, another morning or an afternoon, some afternoon.
So I'll come in on Monday, whenever Nancy calls me, if she needs me, I'm
So-
here.
You'll be able to come in on
Tuesdays.
Tuesday
I-
morning,
yep,
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
And you can, Nancy
She
can
stays
call you
all
for
day
that.
because she sings.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
And then Nancy's gonna be Nancy will be there for the singers in case we don't
Yes.
know.
And I come in earlier on Tuesdays a lot too. So I-
Yeah, right.
you
So
know,
if the
just
we
two
get
work
of
one
with
us
each
done.
start, we'll
other,
do
yeah.
Tuesdays and you and
Okay, Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yes, yep. We'll be
Okay.
taken care of, so
So-
then
And who
Lorraine's
does
on
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday is Lorraine, but I gotta wait and see how she's doing.
Mhm.
I don't know how she's doing.
Yeah, she
She's
did call
fine.
yesterday.
She doing better?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, yeah,
And
she's
she
fine.
said she would,
But Wednesday
Just be out
afternoon, Bev
yesterday.
said she would pick
Today.
up. And Wednesday afternoon,
yeah. For Bev.
you know what, if it's bad weather, just close.
Mhm, Yeah,
Just close it. So
Yeah.
Bev, don't come in on Wednesday afternoon if it's bad.
right,
So it she'll close, because we have cards and Golden Age meetings.
right.
Golden Age meeting every other, and then the cards every other.
Mhm.
So, and then Mel has Thursday.
Yes.
And now Mel, you need to have an alternate to call.
Yeah, I'd like an alternate to call just in case I get a call to,
What about Sue? Is she not available because of
Sue
work?
is, she's very good and everything, but Sue wants to come and go when she wants to come and go. I found that out.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? She's
Yeah,
very good,
right.
but
She's
when she wants to
working
leave, she wants to
and-
leave. And so I can't really,
It's
I
tough,
don't know
yeah.
what we can, I can ask her to see if she could help out, but her husband's retired, she's focused on him right now. What does he need, what is his
Right.
needs, you know, so I think she's just kind of sporadic. She's got, if we get her to do the newsletter like she's doing, cause she'll come
Right.
in Tuesday with that maybe.
Right.
she walks with walking people
Yeah,
too.
she's not doing the walking anymore,
Oh, no?
much, you know, the walking club is kind of going downhill.
Yeah,
It
and I
hasn't been
can't.
cold then.
The hardest thing to overcome when you're a senior for a while is to be responsible for doing certain things at a certain time.
Yep, I agree.
It rubs me the wrong way many times. You know, not that I'm busy, not at all, you know.
You just want the
answering
latitude to do
emails
your
and-
own thing.
Or things come up. You have more doctor appointments for one thing than your spouse does,
Oh, well, I
right? So
know,
that
yeah.
takes up a lot of time. And you
Yeah.
can't really say, oh, I can't make it on a Wednesday when that doctor's only there on Wednesdays and Fridays. You gotta take what you
And they
can.
change appointments like
now-
Pat's doctor called.
Thursdays.
Bev.
Yeah.
Bev's here
call
on
me.
Thursdays
Well,
anyways.
Bev's here.
So
right?
Bev's here anyways, she can stay and help and, whatever.
Okay.
You two work good together anyways.
Yeah, we
You
do.
Bev. So that would be you and Bev, okay? So you got Bev's phone number, I'll give,
Oh, I
so call her.
do. She's in my phone.
And you know what? You can put me down for Thursday afternoons so that if say the Bev's here and you're not, on Thursday morning, Bev could go home and I could come over Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
So Bev wouldn't have to stay the whole day, and we've done that before.
Point of information, your meetings, are they the second Wednesday of the month? or-
Usually.
That we usually set it, and I just looked it up, and I think February 9th is the second Wednesday.
Oh,
Now, do
okay.
you want
Yeah, I
me
was
to come
looking
in
at
by
the ninth
Zoom?
of the, we try to get it around the middle of the month.
Mhm, yeah.
So,
February what?
you know, so it would be the
The
9th or
ninth?
the 16th, depending on what we
The
want.
9th is the second Wednesday, and the 16th is the third Wednesday.
I think the 16th might be the middle of the school vacation week, and I say
Yeah, I
that because
think-
I go up to New Hampshire that week.
I think you're
7-9?
probably right, so why
Yeah.
don't we do it the night?
Is that when the
Yeah.
Washington's
So
birthday?
are you gonna,
Yeah,
are you
that
gonna
would
do
be,
Zoom?
yeah.
Am I gonna go by Zoom? I mean, are you gonna get me on here with you guys?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we
we're gonna Zoom
could.
you?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
don't you
it.
think?
Well,
We
you know,
could.
we did, sometimes we just FaceTimed you.
Hmm.
What did we do?
Yeah, we could
Thought
FaceTime
we
you.
did Zoom, cause I have my computer, I have everything
have
there,
it.
anybody can email me
Or Zoom you,
anytime,
or
call me
FaceTime you, or
anytime.
call you. or-
I'm gonna get my mail,
Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot it over here, cause something I think you guys should know.
okay,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
forward it over to this computer.
okay.
So
So
you're
whoever
not gonna-
comes in,
So
look at
somebody
them,
needs to
read the
clean up that
emails.
computer,
Yes,
we need to read them all.
somebody,
Yeah.
I'd love to know for Pat
Yeah, I
too,
did.
because a
I
lot of
took a
it's-
lot of it off. There was stuff
It's-
on there for cooking. and-
Right, it's the
Yeah.
stuff that
Yeah.
that Sue and you use.
Yeah, right,
for-
right, which
for-
was fine, but I did
Right.
unsubscribe to that,
Okay,
because that was just all
perfect.
recipes,
Oh,
and that was taken off.
I don't want.
Just keep the
Just-
mock
Dawned
list
on me,
Yes,
I don't
yes.
for
wanna
that
bring this up.
particular month.
We,
Yes,
uh,
I agree, I
What's
agree with
couple
that,
weeks.
You're
yes.
gonna find, I'm a
Send it.
stickler, I want the
Other-
conversation to go through the chair.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
All right,
sorry.
it's gonna get a little
Crazy.
ungainly
Okay.
if we don't. So, I'll bring a hatchet with me or something.
Okay.
We have one in the cupboard, we'll
Just
get it
go
out
like
for
this.
next time.
Skip used to do that.
So, the next meeting, if everybody agrees, will be on the 16th,
No,
the
the
ninth.
the 9th.
Ninth.
All right.
Nell, you wanna put it on the calendar?
February 9th?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, the
February
16th was the vacation, the school vacation week,
Okay.
I believe.
Got it.
Ken, did you wanna say something?
I did, I had a question. Who's in charge of the software on the computers in here? Town?
CM Geeks.
Because I'm just looking and that computer, the one on the second desk, that Windows is about ready to expire and not be supported anymore. It's like Windows 7. It's old.
You need 10 at least right now.
10, yes.
So we
And
call it
they've
CM?
made an
Yeah.
upgrade to 10.
Yeah.
So it needs to be upgraded.
So it really needs to be upgraded. Now, I don't know who's in charge, I don't know who's gonna pay for it,
I'll call him.
But
This
just-
town.
The town has a vendor that. they come
Okay,
in
it just dawned on me when I saw it today, I said, oh man, this thing is ancient, and I'm not a computer person. Okay, so if I know it's ancient, oh
So that
man.
doesn't mean we get a new computer, they just.
No,
always
just
add
the
it.
So just
software.
the new, they'll upgrade the software.
Just the software, not a new
Okay,
computer.
I'll call them tomorrow.
That's a fairly easy thing to do.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
This is not cheap.
I don't know. I'll call them.
So, do you guys, if we put together a list of the seniors,
Uh-huh.
you wanna split it again? I don't know, you're doing a lot of it.
Yeah, I could call people, sure.
Well,
Yeah.
if we're going through John, I think.
I want to go back.
Well, he appointed us as a committee.
I did. Well, I hope when we're through, you can meet as a committee for a short while and get some of these things worked out.
Okay,
Sure.
What is that committee?
motion to adjourn then?
I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Motion made and
Yeah,
seconded.
seconded, yeah. And third,
I like it.
yeah.
I don't vote